don't even know how to start this without sounding completely unhinged, but I promise you this is not a creative writing exercise. I wish it was. I wish I was a drama loving teenager posting here for karma, but I'm a 34-year-old mother of two, and until this week, I thought I was just tired, exhausted, really, overwhelmed, foggy. I thought it was parenting burnout, maybe early perimenopause, maybe depression. But now I think my entire reality for the past year might have been engineered by the man I trusted most. I overheard my husband, telling his friend that he's been giving her a little something at night so she stays too tired to fight. I recorded it, the whole thing. I played it back 5 times just to be sure I heard what I thought I did. I haven't slept since. Let me back up. We've been married 11 years, together 14. We have 2 kids, a 9-year-old daughter and a 6-year-old son. I was a stay-at-home mom until last year when I took on part-time remote work to help with bills. That's when the fatigue really set in. I chalked it up to adjusting to work-life balance, but it just kept getting worse. I started sleeping through alarms, forgetting things, zoning out in the middle of conversations. The kids would be talking to me, and it was like I couldn't focus. I missed a parent-teacher meeting and completely forgot about my daughter's birthday cupcakes for school, something I used to be militant about. My husband, Brian, started calling it mommy mush brain. He'd laugh it off, bring me tea, rub my back, tell me I was just burning the candle at both ends. "I'll handle dinner, babe. You just rest." God, I was grateful. I trusted him. But then, 3 nights ago, I went to get water after putting the kids to bed. He didn't know I was awake. His office is in the basement, and he was down there with his best friend Chase, who's over constantly. They were drinking. I heard Brian say, word for word, "She's not even pushing back anymore. I've been dosing her at night. Just a little melatonin and hydroxyzine cocktail. Sometimes I switch in NyQuil or her leftover Ambien. Nothing crazy. Just enough that by the time she's awake, she's already fogged out. She just drifts through the day. You should have seen her try to argue last week about the tuition account. I shut that down in 2 minutes flat. Then they both laughed, like it was a joke, like it was funny that I was too tired to fight. Chase said, "Dude, that's borderline illegal." But he was laughing, like he wasn't shocked. Like this was just how men handle difficult wives. I stood there frozen with my hand on the stair rail. I pulled my phone out and hit record. My hands were shaking. I didn't know what to do except document it. I haven't confronted him yet because the next morning, before I could even process what I'd heard, he served me with full custody papers. He had an attorney show up at our house with a packet of papers and a falsely sympathetic smile. Brian wasn't even there. He went to the gym and came home an hour later like nothing happened. The paperwork says I'm mentally unfit, erratic, exhibiting signs of addiction and delusion, and neglecting parental responsibilities. There's a whole list of alleged incidents: missed appointments, forgetting to pick up the kids once, falling asleep during dinner twice, being unable to maintain hygiene or household standards. He listed my exhaustion as evidence. I think he's been building this case for months, setting me up, keeping me just tired enough to seem like I'm unraveling, all while he plays the concerned, stable father. And I think he's trying to take everything, not just the kids, everything. I don't know who to trust. My parents are both dead. My friends have all drifted, some because I've been MIA and didn't even realize it. I feel like I've been living underwater. I don't even know how long this has been going on, but I have the recording. And now I'm documenting everything here for myself, for court, for anyone who ever reads this and thinks that would never happen to me, because it's happening to me. We had a part-time nanny, Alyssa, who used to help 3 afternoons a week. Brian said she was inconsistent and let her go 6 months ago. She texted me last night out of the blue. "Hey, I just heard what's going on. If you need someone to back you up, I'm here. I didn't say anything before because I didn't think you'd believe me." I called her immediately. She told me she suspected something months ago, that Brian always insisted she make me calming teas before she left, and he'd sometimes give her a bottle of herbal drops to add in. She said he claimed it helped my migraines. She told me she once caught him mixing something into my evening smoothie. When she asked, he got defensive. She said she didn't push it because she needed the job, but it felt wrong. Why didn't she say something earlier? She said, I didn't know if it was my place. I didn't want to cause drama, and honestly, I thought you were in on it. You always seem so checked out. I'm documenting her statement now, getting her to write it formally. I don't know how deep this goes, but I think he's been planning this for a long time. So I hired a lawyer. Well, I tried to. I scraped together my savings. He's locked down most of our accounts, booked a free consultation, and retained a local attorney named Miriam Lutz. She specializes in high-conflict custody cases, especially ones involving alleged manipulation or psychological abuse. She seemed calm, competent, sharp. I brought her the audio recording, the nanny's statement, screenshots of texts from Brian telling me to take my meds, even though I don't take any prescribed medications. She listened, she took notes. Then she flinched. Not when I told her about the dosing, not when I told her about the lawsuit, but when I said Brian's full name, where he works, and the name of his attorney, Greg Balsam. She sat back, tapped her pen, and said, I'm going to need to review something before we go further. I'll be in touch by tomorrow. The next day I got an email. No phone call, no explanation, just, after further consideration, I will not be able to represent you. Please consider seeking alternative counsel. That's it. No refund, no referral, just gone. I've called 6 other attorneys. 3 don't take cases against Brian's firm. 2 won't return my calls. 1 said she was already conflicted out. It's like they're scared of him. After the lawyer ghosted me, I started searching. I needed proof. Not just recordings or suspicions, hard proof. And I knew he had it somewhere. Brian works from home most days, so I had to wait until he went to the office for a strategy retreat. That gave me 6 hours. I tore through the house. Nothing in our bedroom, nothing in the medicine cabinet. He must have tossed or moved whatever he was using. But his basement office had a filing cabinet I'd never seen open. Bottom drawer. Locked. I found the key taped under the desk. Inside, a thick blue folder labeled Custody Strategy Full Transfer. A typed-up timeline of incidents going back 9 months. Some were real things that happened, me oversleeping, the burnt dinner. Others were fabricated, things I never did. Printed screenshots of texts from me that I never sent. A bottle of prescription hydroxyzine, refilled 3 times, under his name. And, this is the worst, a USB stick labeled D, Mom Meltdown Compilation. I plugged it into my laptop upstairs. It was videos of me. Me crying in the kitchen, me passed out on the couch, me raising my voice when the kids were fighting and I couldn't get them to stop. Brian had secretly recorded me for months, cherry-picked the worst moments, edited out all context, and saved them into a neat little psychological horror film starring me as the unstable mother. And you know what? Watching them, I looked insane because he made me insane, or close enough. I copied everything, uploaded it to cloud storage, printed what I could, and I emailed it all to a new burner Gmail account, just in case. I don't know what to do next. I have a sister, Monica. We're not close. She lives in Seattle. We talk maybe once a month, but I figured if anyone would believe me, it'd be her. She's always hated Brian, called him a slippery finance bro with a Jesus complex. I texted her everything. She responded, "Holy shit. I knew something was off with him. This is next level." Finally, I thought, someone on my side. 2 days later, Brian called me while at work. Calm voice, dead serious. "Did you seriously tell Monica?" She sent screenshots to my mother. "My entire family thinks you're having a breakdown. You made this up to cover your ass because you're losing custody." I didn't believe him until his cousin Amy added me to a group chat with the subject line, "Intervention for Sarah." The messages were unreal. "We're here for you, but you need help. Brian is trying his best. You always had anxiety. Maybe this is a spiral. We're looking into options for a guardian ad litem if needed. You can't drag the kids into your delusions. We love you. This isn't you. They genuinely think I'm mentally ill, or at least that's what he's convinced them. I left the chat. Blocked them all. Monica won't answer me now either. I think Brian got to her. They showed up. 2 plainclothes agents, Child Protective Services. They said they were following up on a report of maternal instability and possible neglect. I kept it together. Gave them my notes, played the recording, showed them Melissa's statement. Gave them a sanitized version of the story, just enough to show something is wrong, not enough to make me sound paranoid. They were surprisingly receptive. They said they couldn't comment on the custody case, but the information I gave them was noted and serious. They took copies of everything. Said they'd be in touch. After they left, I collapsed on the kitchen floor. My daughter came in and sat with me.